because every time I have the Wi-Fi on, it just... My apologies. I am so sorry. Sometimes Twitch just loves to crash on occasion. Trust me, I used to... If you watched my Twitch channel for a long time, you should already know that every time I tried to stream on my mobile phone, or the console for that matter, Twitch just loves to crash. I do not know why. I figured this app would get constant updates, but I guess that was a lie. Anyways, let's cut to the chase. TiSiah Yousko, he created a Friday Night Funkin' mod based on the Sunday Night Suicide mod that was released all the way back in 2013. Yeah, that mod is old. Basically, in the story, Mickey Mouse is extremely depressed. He doesn't feel happy at all, even though he pretends to be happy. It usually has to deal with the fact of his intense workload and this iconic line that he told me earlier. The viewers keep coming back? Okay, well then stay for a while. I'm sure everything will be perfectly fine. And the 3 songs are as the following: Unhappy, Happy, Really Happy. In Unhappy, he is singing the iconic I forgot what it's called, Steamboat theme that plays in every classic Walt Disney movie at the very beginning of the intro. Let me see if I remember how it goes. In Happy, this is where he starts to smile a little bit weirdly, and then he goes haywire on the notes. But the really big one in that mod has to be Really Happy. In Really Happy, he starts going completely ballistic, throwing all kinds of notes and stuff, which is why that song is supposed to be the last one of that mod. Now, the difference between that mod and the one that TiSiah made is this mod actually has one more additional song, but unfortunately he didn't add it to the mod. Like I said, it's a canceled build, unfortunately. I would have loved to see more, but constantly hearing about all the development time he did with this mod and the endless sacrifice he did with this mod, I'm very pleased that he at least gave us something, because he started developing this mod a couple years ago, after his previous Friday Night Funky mod was already in its 2.0 release. So this isn't his first time making a Friday Night Funky mod, but that one was pretty mediocre, and he thought he could do better. So the past couple of months after that one released, he started developing Sunday Night Chronicles. And when I heard this one, I was like, you're gonna make another one? I was psyched, of course. So I just paid attention to while he was developing. That is also somewhat of a lie. Every time he told me to watch something related to the game or something related to his other projects, Tanar, One Night with Forky, and all the other ones, I could be a bit of a forgetful person, so I might have forgotten to watch a few videos. yeah, it's fantastic. But today, I figured that it would be a special day to actually watch the mod see how it plays out and see if I can spot any differences, because I could tell that he must have made some changes to the first two songs that were in the mod in its very first demo release. Those songs were called Hapless and Lucidity. Now, before I actually play the video, I did have a bit of a theory in mind as to why those songs are called that. I even had this conversation with him a couple hours ago. When I heard Hapless, I thought to myself, okay, if Mickey is not feeling happy or feeling very good with himself and his surroundings, I figured hapless is just supposed to be the stand-in for hopeless. Just take away the H-O-P and replace it with H-A-P, which is happy-less. Hapless. And then the other one was lucidity. Apparently that one is an actual word, but I forgot what it means, unfortunately. I figured it had to do with insanity, but he told me that it is actually the opposite of insanity. And then the last one, I'm not going to mention it yet, because that one was not released when the first version came out. This is version 1, the official version, and it has all 3 songs. There was supposed to be a 4th one, but he left it unfinished. He does have an alternative channel. I could let him link that in a moment. I'm just gonna go to my Instagram real quick. Oh my lord. Where is he? Oh, he's at the top. I am streaming. It's about you. Okay, so let's go to the video itself. Let's not let it play yet. So, Sunday Night Chronicles, this released a day ago, and funnily enough, I was actually surprised he released it that day, because yesterday was actually his birthday. He turned 17 yesterday. My friends and I had a little bit of a hangout with him. We played a couple of games, lost a few times, got very unlucky, etc., etc. Since it was his birthday, he figured what a better time to release his best masterpiece so far in the past couple of years than Sunday Night Chronicles. Now, he told me that after this one was done, he still had other projects he had in mind. Especially when he goes into college, he still has a lot of ideas. He wants to finish a Five Nights at Freddy's remake of his own Avatar characters and make that into a demo, maybe. He also has some plans for his own Avatar. He wants to make a storyline based series or game with it. He's got a lot of ideas. I'm very proud of him for a fact. I didn't think he'd get this far, but I look at him now and I can see a successful animator, composer, voice recorder. Basically just, I can see a big future with him, for sure. He wants to start his own company. I think he can do it. He's definitely proven the impossible a few times. So if you're watching the stream, Josiah, I'm going to say I'm very proud of you. You've come a long way. I still love Dark Sadness. I mean, it's still yours. I deeply appreciate it. But this one definitely dethrones it for sure. The songs, probably in the middle. I still like the songs in Dark Sadness, but I also like the songs in this mod too. But enough of me talking. Let's actually go into the mod itself. So right when we enter, apparently this pause music is actually a song from an old original version of the original Sunday Night Suicide. I completely forget where he got it from, but anyways, so right off the bat, once you open to the mod, with this wonderful menu here. I could see like a abstract, almost aesthetic background in the back. We can see Mickey just standing there looking distraught. And it definitely looks very polished, I have to say. I like that picture. And this one basically gives you a bit of a preview as to what this mod has in store. It doesn't look like much, but it's actually supposed to seem suspenseful, because this mod is technically partially suspenseful and horror-ish. And you'll see why once you get to the songs. Like, it's supposed to knock you on edge and make you feel like, when he told me the story, I was deeply like thinking, how did he do it? How did he make such a deeply detailed story but only have 4 songs? And that's what hit me. He didn't completely explain the story with the 4 songs. You have to figure that out for yourself. And once you do, the pieces start to add up. So right off the bat, we enter the first song. This is Hapless. This is supposed to be a remaster of the original Unhappy, and I can definitely tell the whistle melody from the original has stayed the same. The pattern is a little bit different, but on the side, the song seems really catchy. And for a bit of spoilers, I actually played these 2 already. I played the mod the second he told me that it had released its first version. Knowing me, I tried to get no misses on these 2. Even though this song is stupidly easy, I did accidentally mess up once. I overcompensated a note, hit it too late, and I missed it. Next time though, I did actually beat it with no misses. The other one though, that one took a lot of grinding time for me. But I have to say, this song is really, really calm and soothing. I do like it. The visuals are just not on top, are just on top. I like the new designs, because I remember the designs from Dark Sadness, and I could tell on his head, going on in his head, he wanted to do better, and I can tell he did better. Like, just look how polished these models look. Now that song is supposed to be easy. It's the first song of the mod, of course. This is where the difficulty picks up, though. Also, when I played Lucidity, the reason this song hits so hard is because I remember this part of the song. This part of the song is the part in the intro to the original song, which is called Happy. And most of the notes play the exact same in patterns, but I do notice some slight differences. And I have to say, this song is a really, really good remake of the original. I give praise to TiSiah and his other teammate who worked on this, because it is really good. I can tell that the only way I can tell that this was a really good song is it's still stuck in my head. I played this mod I think 5 times because I was trying to get this one with no misses. And 5 times was enough to do me in. I could easily remember this song if I wanted to. But one big problem, anytime I remember any of his songs he made, some of the ones from Dark Sadness end up sneaking back in, and I start singing them out of zero control. Oh, this phase really spooked me because when I was trying to get no misses, I immediately missed the first two because that's a cutscene right there. That's you're supposed to immediately mash the keys, and I sometimes didn't predict that would happen, and I missed a couple of notes. But just look on the details of Mickey. Like, those look incredible. And some of the animations, too, from the original V1, they sound way different. And the song also sounds different. Like, the very end there, the animations and Boyfriend's final note, like, they sound way different to the original that I played months ago. But the song is still a banger. Still a banger. And there is still one more song in the main story. And that song is the one I've been waiting for the past couple of months. And it is Comatose. When I saw that pose, I was thinking of Tails' doll. And this is supposed to be really happy, so that's why the beginning sounds similar. And this one is really difficult. I wish I could play it and stream it, but unfortunately, I fucked up my computer. So, any of you in the chat, just say, F computer. That was my own fault, by the way. I subjected it to a hotspot connection because my school made our Wi-Fi private. I don't know why the hell they would do that. And long story short, by constantly subjecting it to a hotspot connection, my computer's Wi-Fi card completely corrupted, and I had no choice but to disable the adapter, which basically means my computer can no longer connect to the internet on willpower. It has to be connected to a Wi-Fi dongle, which I don't have the money for right now. And this phase right here, I remember that design from Really Happy, but he took it to a whole other level. It just looks so good. This part of the song is new to me because Comatose is 4 minutes long, but the original Really Happy is usually only like 2 minutes long. The reason it's this long, he added this section right here. So basically this is Mickey looking all distraught, depressed, distressed. And there's who I think would be one of the CEOs of Disney, who's his opponent, just standing there singing to the song. If I could translate it into words, he would probably be like saying like let me go, let me be free. Why are you subjecting me to all this pain? Blah 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 blah. He probably had a deeper reasoning. If there had to be words in these notes, I'm pretty sure he would know what they would have been. But yeah, all this is new territory. This extra 2 minutes of the song, this is all new. And I have to say, this song blows so many bars in the right places. And this phase is really hard. One thing about me when it comes to Friday Night Funking', I'm not good with fast-paced songs. That's why whenever I get one in a mod or in the Beat Stage app on my phone, I instantly lose because I am not used to buffering inputs that fast. But if I wanted to, I would probably go through the pain, suffering, and endless torment on trying to get no misses on this song if I wanted to. I just feel so bad because I can't play it right now. It released a day ago. I really want to play it, but I can't. That is not where the mod is supposed to end. There was supposed to be one more song, and that one was Condemned Soul, but unfortunately he did not include it in the mod. Instead, he included a different song, which is a song about Smile Mouse, which is I completely forgot what it was called. Protrude, right. Smile Mouse's design not only looks cool, but it looks freakishly freakishly creepy as hell. Odd. I figured I've heard that note pattern before. It sounds familiar, I just don't remember from where. Thank you very much, creator of this esteemed masterpiece, TiSiah. I didn't realize that my video audio was a bit loud. My apologies. I swear that pattern sounds familiar. I just do not remember from where I've heard it before. Oh my god. Yeah, I knew he was going to do that. He was going to send every single iconic line that each character in the mod has. For the last song in the mod that is playable, that one is ridiculously easy. I hope I didn't just jinx myself and he makes one more mod dedicated for me, but it's basically a lot of bullshit and it's going to be stupidly hard for me. Okay, so this isn't the last one though. Because he is one of the developers, he has access to all of the canceled content that he had made. Like, this is supposed to be a preview of the last song, which is Condemned Soul. And I have to say, that design, incredible. I'm still pretty disappointed though. I can't see the whole gameplay of it, unfortunately. All we get is this 30 seconds. But yeah, just looking at Mickey's face, I could tell. Something wrong with you, dude? You alright? Oh, wow. Wow. That is a big change. This all would have been peak, but I definitely understand why he had to push it early. Even if he did though, at least we got what we got, and I'm still very deeply proud of him. I am very excited to hear what the future is in store for this channel, for his future, and his company he plans to start in the future. Now, apparently, this is supposed to be Banner Mouse. I forget which form. He's gonna get so mad at me because he was just talking to me about it. That note pattern does seem familiar. Like, I've definitely seen that pattern before in one Dark Sadness song. And also, one thing I want to point out is anytime I play a Friday Night Funkin' mod, I do not play with the regular layout that it's supposed to be, where the notes are supposed to come up to the top and the notes are supposed to be at the very top. I use the down scroll because it's just easier for me to read. I don't know why, it's just reading keybinds from right to left. It's just from left to right is just very difficult for me. I like it in the down scroll because at least it gives me a better chance to understand what's coming up. Could be a skill issue. But I don't really mind it too much. Oh yeah, and he ends the mod with him getting a game over. That was basically the entire mod, and I have to say, I have deep congratulations for you. This is truly a masterpiece. Definitely a big step up from Dark Sadness. I can understand why you put so much time and effort to work on this mod, because just from your perspective, Dark Sadness was definitely not your best work. Even though you did like it for the first couple of months when it had finished development, you did also get tired of it and you wanted to work on something new. Then you told me that you were going to work on this mod, and at first, I did want you to take a break, but at the same time, this is what you enjoy doing. You love working your ass off day after day after day to produce content that not only you can be proud of, but your whole development team can be proud of. Yes, in your words, you are a workaholic, but there are definitely a lot of opportunities out there that would appreciate that work ethic. And I honestly couldn't have asked for a friend that is willing to put in the work for a lot of things. Just not equations. You know I had to. You know I had to. Just the one thing you struggle with. I mean, we've all been there, right? Math is usually very hard to process, especially because there's equations, there's formulas, there's a bunch of solutions you have to come up with. I mean, I did calculus, and it kicked my ass a ton of times. There were days where I was basically thinking of giving up because I had put myself through too much stress. But in the end, I got through it. And that is done. As for TiSiah, I give him the best of luck for his final year of high school. I'm going to be entering college. As much as I don't want to leave the Valley, I know I have to if I want to pursue my career. But I am going to miss it. I will be right back. My deepest apologies, everybody. I had to take care of something real quick. My, can I not wait for college? Not for the endless studying, romance, but also the fact that I'll have total freedom and I won't be constantly getting interrupted while in the middle of my streams. But I'm definitely very prepared to take my streaming to the next level, especially now that I own a PS5. This isn't the only game that I'm going to be playing to stream. I'm also going to be doing a lot of the old classics. If you guys remember the PlayStation 3, nostalgia vibes right there. There are a few games on the PlayStation 3 that I would love to revisit, especially because if you own a PlayStation Plus subscription, you are able to play all the classics, the games that made Sony popular. And I figured from the past, because I did watch a lot of videos, anti-piracy and all that stuff, so I know how Sony used to be before the PlayStation 3 was even in development. Their ads were creepy. And their marketing strategy, not great. But they did make some very good decisions in later years, which brought the PlayStation 3 to our glorious hands. And there are a couple of games I do want to play on the PlayStation 3. That first one being Epic Mickey. That was a big game that me and TiSiah were talking about a long time ago. Probably like 6 months ago, I think. When the Rebrushed came out a year ago, I said to myself that I wanted to play the original ones. At the time, I didn't have a PS5. I was going to plan to do it on the PS3 itself, but you would need additional equipment to do that, and because my computer is fucked up, I can't do that anymore. The PlayStation 5 has come to my rescue. Because I have Plus, I am able to play them on the PlayStation 5 and stream effectively as well. So stay tuned for that. That subscription really comes in handy because that means I have additional variety for my next couple of streams. And I'm very excited. Very, very excited. I'm definitely going to miss the Central Valley. I've made a lot of memories here. Made a lot of friends. Him included. But to be a writer, I might as well go to where it started. Where motion picture was born. Los Angeles, aka Hollywood itself. And I am very excited to be a part of it. My plans were after I graduate, join one of my favorite film studios. If you're a fan of Sonic and the Sonic Cinematic Universe, as well as Transformers, Paramount was one of my options. If that doesn't work out, I could also go to Sony. Because Sony, they own the Spider-Man franchise, Spider-Verse, as well as... if my boyfriend is watching this right now, he's gonna cringe so much. K-pop Demon Hunters. And I think that's it, really. Those are the only two projects they're still working on. The Spider-Verse, Holland Spider-Man, and if the new Spider-Man is also going to be through Sony, then they would be doing their projects too. But that's really it. Disney was one of my options, but to be real, I've been hearing a lot of things about that company at the moment, and most of it isn't good news. If I were to join that company, I can definitely tell mistreatment could be one of my end results. And one thing I was told if I was going to enter this industry, always strive for the best and always demand your respect. If you are mistreated, you should not continue working there. And I told myself that if I was mistreated at any of these film studios, I will pack up my bags and start from the bottom if I have to, with my good friend TiSiah Yousko. If I have to, I will help him build his company from the ground up. Because not only is that's what a good friend does, but it's because I've also wanted to work alongside him. When he told me he was starting his own business, I was pretty shocked and psyched, because I knew that my skills could be beneficial with his company. Plus, he also wants to study voice recording, animation, every aspect of digital media, everywhere, anywhere. Mostly just those couple though. I did tell him to not overwhelm himself. But he is a workaholic, so what can I do? But anyways, I thank you all for tuning in to this special stream. TiSiah Yousko, aka TiSiah, congratulations on this wonderful achievement. This mod took days, months of work, but in the end, you came out with a glorious masterpiece Once I get my computer fixed, I will definitely play it, and I'll definitely stream it for sure. I will rage, and I'm pretty sure all of you have heard me rage before, but I definitely will rage, mind you. But when I saw Comatose, I definitely want to play it. It's fast, but for a banger song like that, it's worth the rage. It's worth the risk. Thank you. Just thank you. All of your hard work has finally paid off. You can finally put this mod to rest. But I will give you a bit of a suggestion, though. Since you didn't explain the whole story in the mod itself, I do have one suggestion. Would you like to do a fully animated, basically video like you did with the I forgot what it was called. TiSiah Tower, I think, or something like that. TiSiah Tower. But do that with your Sunday Night Chronicles storyline. That way, your entire story can finally be opened up. Unless you want to keep that under wraps. It's really up to you, though. If you were willing to do that, that would be cool, because that gives everybody a chance to understand what the story was and how it led to the events in the mod. But yet again, it's your decision. I'm very excited for your future. I know this isn't the only project you have working on right now. Community post. Well, you did, didn't you? Oh dear. Well, I guess I just outed myself to the fact that I sometimes didn't pay attention to when he released new content. I was either too busy playing games, studying, or watching someone else's YouTube video. Whoops. Oh, yep. Yeah, I know. I know you're mad at me in the chat. At least I remembered to watch this one, though, and your Sonic Mania stream, by the way. Which, if you guys want to tune into that, I'm pretty sure he can put his channel link on the chat bio. That was a really good playthrough, by the way. He did have some technical difficulties at the very beginning because of OBS and all that bullcrap. But it was a terrific gameplay, and I would gladly appreciate if you guys tuned into it. I swear, by the first hour, it felt like he was just breezing through the zones like nothing. He did have a couple of choke points, though. I can tell you that. I didn't watch all of it, though, because my phone was starting to burn. I had it on the charger. Oh, also, before I leave, TiSiah Yousko himself has mentioned that there is even a wiki page about the mod. It is not finished. It's still a little incomplete. He is going to finish it. But that wiki would basically contain general information about the mod, about the characters, the storyline, as well as any canceled media he didn't include in this video. I did look at the page once or twice. Wasn't by choice. I on our last couple of days of class, he told me to like take a look at it because I forgot to. But I'm very proud of you. I wish you the best of luck for your final year in high school. And hey, don't be a stranger. You can always talk to me if you need me for anything, especially mathematics. And one of these days, once I have the equipment, we are definitely going to collab. I will make that certain. Especially because Baldi's Basics Plus still has lots to offer, doesn't it? And I'm pretty sure he still wants me to play one of his games too. Yes, it will be a treat. Alright, everyone, thank you for tuning in. If you liked what you saw and you enjoyed my content, please consider following me. I will definitely do another stream tomorrow. Not sure yet what the game will be. Either Epic Mickey or Fallout 4. That game has a lot of nostalgia to me. It has a lot of nostalgia to my boyfriend as well. Because that game, it's really cool. And I played it for a couple of minutes last night. And now I understand why that franchise became so popular and why it had Fallout 1, Fallout 2, Fallout 3, Fallout 4, and then Fallout 76, and then that's when the series kind of ended. It's because of its story. It hits deep. Deep. Think of Silent Hill, think of all of those deep-ended games. Fallout 4 falls on that list. And if you guys have any other games you guys want me to play that I can probably get access to, please let me know. Because I'm definitely not going to just keep doing Minecraft, Need for Speed, just cause 3, and Fallout 4. I'm definitely going to have other games to do as well. I have Spider-Man 2 that I want to play, and the PlayStation 3 Classics. Like, I got a lot of options. Oh, also Sonic X Shadow Generations, because of course I can't leave my boy Blue Blur out of the way, can I? And once I get my computer fixed, I am definitely going to be doing Switch streaming as well. And don't call me an oldie, but the Pokemon game I have on that console is Pokemon Sword. And all of you, and you guys can all say, wow, that game is so old. Why do you still play it? Because it's a banger. At least I think it's still a banger. The battle system is incredible. The story just hits you deep. And because I'm still trying to get the Pokedex of that game, plus I have a challenge in mind of what I want to do in a different save file in that game. Plus, I know a lot of you, including my boyfriend, are hardcore Pokemon fans, like myself. And it wouldn't feel right to not include Pokemon in any of these streams. Right? Sonic Origins. That was one of my plans. Unfortunately, every time I tried to open the game, it would just crash. Every time. I tried opening it constantly, changing my resolution, changing my graphics card, everything, and the game would still close. Yeah, even with this computer, it still doesn't work. I couldn't even get into a single level without the app crashing. With a new computer. Yeah, I mean, a new computer, definitely for sure. Like I said, once I start finding employment, I'm definitely going to start upgrading my equipment, because I'm definitely going to need it. This PC that I have with me, even with the dongle, it is getting old. I only had it for about a year already. No, not even a year. Like half a year. I got it Christmas last year. And I definitely will be replacing it along with all my other equipment. like I said, even though I'm going to be working as a writer, I am going to be also wanting to still do Twitch on the side, just for a side hustle. It's really not too bad. It's not that bad to make a little bit of extra money for yourself or for any resources you may need, especially in this economy. The more money you make, the merrier, because it is not easy to live in this economy now, especially with all the politics shit and all that happening right now. But I'm not gonna worry about that too much. I've got glorious friends on my side. I've got a wonderful boyfriend. I've got a bright future ahead. I know that as long as I stay focused and I really put in the work, determination, and I do not give up, I will become successful. And a bonus, if I actually do good in my job, my name will be featured on movie credits. And I just hope TiSiah Yousko doesn't call me out in the theater if he watches one of my productions in the future. Hey, it's my writer friend Cody Capybara Cabera. Of course he said it before I said it. I just knew it. But yeah, that's the future that's waiting for me, and honestly, I couldn't be prouder of myself. With my condition and everything that was going on in my life, I honestly didn't think I would even get this far. But thanks to everyone that was supporting me, I did make it. And it's only gonna get better from here. I have a lot to look forward to when I go to Los Angeles. And I can't wait to get to be in there with open arms. Anyways, that will do it for the stream. Thank you all for tuning in. And you guys have a nice night. Good night, everyone. I am zooming out.